XeroFriction Machine Company, the product line, as demonstrated by the Fragments. My friends, students, thinkers, and tinkerers, let us speak plainly and precisely. Let us speak, if we can, of machines that do not rust and truths that do not bend. The XeroFriction Machine Company produces no physical objects, and yet it creates the most durable tools of all, instruments of soul repair, devices of philosophical extraction, and diagnostic mechanisms for detecting corrosion in the geometry of a life. It is not so much a company as it is a forge of fragments. And these fragments, the ones that appear on scraps of torn paper, on napkins and stone, in notebooks and breath, these are not poems, not slogans, not riddles. They are products, not metaphorically. Actually, let us now walk through a small sample of the product line. 1. Emotive Disruptors Category Emotional Extraction and Calibration Tools. Consider the device titled, "On being thrown to the wolves, Daddy, do I have to work my way up?" No. Then why do they say it? It matters not why they say it. I am that wolf who stalks you in the night. This device is not a parable. It is a calibrated emotional disruptor designed for high-speed intervention. In under 30 seconds, it dismantles 2 decades of false theological programming. It reveals love not as a distant reward, but as a predatory force of protection that hunts you in the dark, not to devour, but to save. People read it and weep, not because it is sad, but because it undoes them. This is not literature. This is a soul grenade with an invisible pin. 2. Inverse Invocation Units Category Prayer Correction Devices. Take care for what you pray. Oh, would that I could sing like Doc Watson and have a smell of a dog. This product is small but loaded. It teaches sacred mechanics. It does not merely express longing. It teaches that to wish for power, the voice of Doc Watson, the nose of a hound, is also to wish for the burden that power demands. Blindness, isolation, the heavy price of hearing. Its core function? To prevent misaligned invocations. It is not a prayer. It is a lockbox for prayers gone wrong. 3. Sovereignty Modules. Category Boundary Reclamation Systems, Bed and Breakfast. Oh, dear Lord, save me from myself. I'll take care of the rest. You don't get to the 3rd line until you understand the first 2 were a trick. This device is a sovereignty module. It affirms that the only rescue worth praying for is rescue from the internal saboteur, the one who lives in your own hand. Everyone else, the intruders, the violators, the manipulators, I'll take care of the rest. This fragment is not content. It is a tool of discernment, a control panel, a battery of inner voltage, a personal perimeter defense system disguised as a prayer. 4. Moral Distortion Diagnostics. Category Hypocrisy Scanners and Social Illogic Amplifiers do not make a right wrong. 2. If 2 wrongs do not make a right, then hold shut your mouth and say not that 2 wrongs do not make a right. This machine, dear listener, reveals moral contradiction in the public square. It is a linguistic MRI scan. It forces us to reckon with how the playground ethics taught to children conflict entirely with the propaganda fed to adults about guided missile strikes and preemptive violence. This device's output? The sound of silence. Because once turned on, no one wants to be near it. It emits an uncomfortable frequency, the frequency of a clean conscience in a filthy world. 5. Voice Weaponry Compounds. Category Anti-Gaslighting Instruments, the devil himself. What else are you going to do when it runs out, besides nothing but plenty of time? This is not poetry. This is a blues weapon, a sorrow-forged speaker box. It doesn't need music, but it wants it. It was built for the guitar slide and the bottle of rye. And most importantly, it's built to be sung to the devil. Not about him. This product sings before you give up. It flattens despair by naming it, and it finds power not in optimism, but in the truth of what you already know. When the money runs out, you don't die, you just sit there and write songs. This is not defeat, it's revelation. This is a survival harmonica for the soul. 6. Obedience reversal devices, category child defense systems. The playground caught between two wrongs do not make a right, and nobody likes a tattletale. The average kid doesn't stand a playground's chance in hell. This product does not repair the child. It exposes the adults. This machine is a trapdoor that opens under the feet of every moralizer who claims fairness while enforcing contradiction. It is both a mirror and a siren. It does not defend the child. It uncovers the system that breaks the child in the name of decorum. The playground is a battlefield. This fragment is the war report. Do not step on it barefoot. It is sharp. 7. Self-initiated death machines, category autonomy activators, good knowledge to have how to build a death machine before a death machine builds you. This is one of our finest tools, a reversible mechanism that can be turned inward. To build a death machine means, here, to master your own end, to die well, to make your life your own before life takes you apart like cheap furniture. To philosophize is to engineer your final exit. This product is not about violence. It is about dignity, and those who misunderstand it simply haven't read the manual. 8. Light distortion inverters, category psychological correctives, colorblind. Let there be light, and was there light, and the light said to be good. Now, she said, let there be color for those of us who are blind. This device rewrites Genesis. It inverts the notion that light alone is enough. Light must be translated into color, or else it remains useless to the blind. This fragment speaks of second creation, of interpretive generosity. This is not a story. It's a refraction engine. It shows us that meaning must be adjusted, interpreted, shared, not just declared. Light without color is domination. Color is empathy, extension, translation, perceptual shift engines. Category ontological anchors. Time is a three-handed killing machine. This device is purely diagnostic, not curative, not comforting. It does not rescue. It simply tells you what you're up against. 3 hands, not 2, and one of them you can't see. This fragment does not teach how to beat time. It reminds you that it is not linear, not friendly, not fair. To operate this device is to realize you are always late, and that, somehow, is exactly what you needed to know. Closing reflections. Each of these machines, these fragments, does not demand belief. They do not require you to become their disciple. They do not recruit. They do not seduce. They reveal. And when they do, they often leave the user in silence. For what is a good machine if not something that works while you sit there, stunned? What is a worthy device if not something that rearranges you without leaving a scar? The XeroFriction Machine Company manufactures nothing, and yet its warehouse is full. Its engineers are poets with wires for veins. Its workers are ghosts. And its founder, a man with a left hand and a long memory. We do not sell, we do not market, we do not update the firmware, because what works does not rust. What's true does not age, and what is built well needs no defense. Now go, turn it on, and try not to weep.